Hello, my name is Laureli and I am a student at the University of Miami in the Project Dragonfly program. Over the last 2.5 years while earning my master's degree, I have had the opportunity to study the indirect anthropogenic threats on neotropical primates in Central America. But before I get into my master plan, I just want to break down what that actually means. So, indirect anthropogenic threats. An anthropogenic threat is, of course, a threat that is created by human behavior. The indirect threats are also known as the downstream effect, the ongoing impacts after the initial action is taken. So, for example, if we put in a roadway through an ecosystem, the direct threat is habitat fragmentation. The indirect threat of putting in that roadway would be an increase in motor vehicle collisions with wildlife. Could be increased access for poachers to the area, or increased accessibility for domestic animals that could come in and disturb that ecosystem. So these would all be examples of the indirect or secondary threats caused by the action of putting in a roadway. So what are neotropical primates? These are the non-human primates endemic to Central and South America. I chose to focus my research on Central America, where there are 5 neotropical primates, all of them monkeys. I chose it because, first of all, it is a major biodiversity hotspot. 7 countries and a little over 200,000 square miles actually contain up to 12% of the globe's biodiversity. I also chose it because, coming from New York, it's really accessible for me. So throughout this program, I was able to spend about half of my time in the field in Central America. My master plan throughout the program has been focused on identifying the top indirect anthropogenic threats to monkeys in Central America, as well as learning about different mitigation actions and the barriers to these actions. And one of the major things that I learned is that wildlife rescue centers are actually playing a major role in mitigating these threats. Through rehabilitation and release programs of wildlife, through global education, and through community empowerment, wildlife rescue centers go beyond animal welfare and really are making a major contribution to conservation. We learned a lot from wildlife rescue centers about what they need going forward to increase their conservation contribution and continue to mitigate these threats, not just to neotropical primates, but to all wildlife in this very important area. My go-forward master plan, now that I'm graduating from this program, is to create a network of resources that will give access to more rescue centers throughout Central America, and hopefully in the future on a global level, that will give them the opportunity to really increase their conservation contribution through improved rescue and rehabilitation outcomes, increases in their global education outreach, and of course, expansion of their community outreach programs. Because at the end of the day, what I've learned from Project Dragonfly is if you do not have the community involved in your project, it is not sustainable. It will not be successful.